I need to keep this short, that's what they always tell me. I'm going to announce the next artist. And I just want to tell you something that we talked a lot about, you know, my back in the days, sporty things. I also, like now, since 5 months, got pretty sporty. I can do this. Yeah! And you might think that is nothing, but before I could only do this. And that is all thanks to our next artist. Because I was in this production with her, and I was, it was called Wenn Auge Mund wird. Was any of you there? Yes? Thank you, it was awesome. And so I was hanging out with, like, I came in there as the punk rocker, dykey person I am, and half of the cast were like dancers, and you know, I get like challenge accepted. I won. Yeah, I was not winning nothing there, but I was looking at them and they were always stretching, and they were like, you know, I was like looking at them, I was like, was wanted to stretch, but now I can do this. That's all I want to say. So we started. We met the first time in December. We were 10 people. I didn't know 80% of these people. The people I knew were like punk rock colleagues of mine, like Lena from Just Friends and Lovers, and Lena also, and Steffi Sovial. And the rest were like these dancers that I never met. And I'm a little bit shy. Yeah, I'm not joking, I am a little bit shy. And I'm a little bit awkward. And Veza, who was holding this whole thing, she isn't. So the first day we meet in December, and I walk in and I go like, what the fuck is everybody gonna wear? You know, I didn't know it because I want to look cool, you know, I don't want to show up in sweatpants and shit, and you know, so I was like choosing like half leger stuff, and then Veza said, you all gotta sit down now, and sit down, and then you take your hand and you put it between your legs, and then you touch your anus. From strangers? I don't know if you remember my celibacy, but I didn't even touch my anus by myself. And they're gonna sit with other 10 people and sit there and touch my anus. I have no idea why she said anus. I think it's because she speaks 3 languages every day, so do I, and this was some kind of German, Spanish, English going on, so it ended up with anus. So I had to sit there in a room with like fabulous dancers, holding my hand between my crotch and touching my anus. And then she was like, and now you feel that you breathe. You feel your anus. And then it goes through your body, and then out comes, oh. Beside me going like, oh, Denice, very uncomfortable for you right now. And I'm like, it's so fucking comfortable for you because that's all you do all day long, bringing through anus, touching it, full of bullshit. Of course, all the dancers were saying that this was the natural thing in the world. Because that's what dancers do all day long. She was right. I learned how to sing through my ass. And I have never been a better singer, I tell you. Come to my next concert, I will prove you fucking right. So thank you, Veza, for teaching me how to go over my borders, touch my anus, and then sing through it. A big applause for Veza Fernandez!
It's the one that makes dancers sing through their anuses. Do you want to try it a little bit? No, don't be shy. It's sports also, you know. It's like inner muscles working, connecting with the voice and the space. And no, it's okay. You want to try it? Let's try it. So all of you have to touch here. And try to relax the anus. We call it like that now. And you melt it down. And then you imagine you make like a tube in a one direction, and you connect this with this, and then you make. Do you want to try? Wanna hear? Okay, hands. See hands? Come on, it's not so bad. And the best thing is that you can connect all the anuses, and all the tubes. You can connect them if you visualize that your tube goes into the tube of the other tubes. Let's try it. Okay? Hand? It's very important to find it, then you melt down a bit. You really feel how you melt it down. And 1, 2, 3. Pull inside the other tubes. Penetrate the other tubes. You have to penetrate them. Okay, I go back to mine. I'm going to talk today. I'm going to talk about the time of my life where I was so fit. I was so fit, but I was also so straight. I was so fit that I could go to university, I could give private lessons. I wasn't a choreographer yet, so I trained capoeira. I was preparing for my auditions, you know, for choreography school. So I went to ballet class, capoeira, shiatsu, tantra. I did Lindy hop, sandboxing, contact improvisation, theater improvisation, kundalini yoga. You know, these are your and a very stupid technique because I was not very stretchy. So it's called Horton technique, and you have like drums, and then you do like that. Like it's like drums, boom, 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 boom. 1, boom, 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 boom. 2. Very boring. I was so fit that I could study, read, dance, train and train, go out, drink alcohol, take drugs, have wild sex, then take a little shower, run to the airport, fly to Holland, Belgium, or Berlin, go to my audition straight without sleeping, still high, and I was still fit. But no university took me, and I obviously know why. Now, although it was funny, there is this story. I was auditioning once for Viva de Cabus, a horrible company. It's horrible. It's like, watch it! It's really bad dancing. And I was so drunk still that he said, okay, there was like a jury and there were like 30 people with numbers. Was like getting ready, like watch, because the style of Viva de Cabus is like that. Watch it, watch it. They were all like that, and he said, "I'm going to count till 3, and then you're gonna go in the floor, go to the middle, and do a solo." And everyone went to the floor, went to the middle, and did something, and I stayed like that, feeling my presence. Probably I was already working with the tubes. And I was also so fit that I never took buses or trains or trams. I had my bike and I rode my bike while smoking and taking sandwiches sometimes. And I was so good at smoking and eating that I also sang. And I was like this, and I had the whole technique like, the dance classes that I was taking were in the 4th floor, and then I came out like, always late from university private lessons, hangover still sometimes, going up the stairs. I entered the class, the phrase I started, because when you study dance, contemporary dance, you study phrases, and everyone is already like doing like a star, like going down and up, and this is what I did, no? And then I entered the class, and there was my teacher, Tina Valentan, who was a Slovenian woman, very strong, and she really, usually she made us go like this. Wait, I have to show you first. It was like this. Yeah. Up. Up. And she pressed my feet. And then I fell down. And like everything was pulling, like from there, like the anus and the pelvis, and Tina was there. Push, Veza, push more! And I was like, yeah! And I was pulling. And I was so straight that I thought that what I felt was actually that I found finally the connection between my feet and my center. I was so straight that after that night, after that day where I discovered how well I can connect my center with the feet, I went out, and then a woman sat me on her lap and started whispering to my ears, and then I pulled her out, I ran into my bike, I lit a cigarette, and I rode home, and then back, and then home, and then back to her, and then home, and then back, and then home, and then back, and all of this without her noticing it. Then, because I used to live with my grandmother, I have an Austrian grandmother, that's why they bang now and all this. And I ran all the steps, then I took a shower, then I put my jogging clothes, then I went jogging, and then I was still so fit. I was still so fit that then I watched some porn. And I think I didn't sleep. I think, yeah, but I was still very fit. I was so straight also that on another party, when I met my current girlfriend, she tried to set me up, like to hook me up with her boy flatmate physiotherapist. But I was so fit that I didn't have any pain. So I couldn't even enjoy his physiotherapist talents. But I was actually hitting on her. But it's okay. It's funny because now that I'm not straight anymore, I'm not fit anymore. Yes, I realized, like I stopped being fit. The moment in the dance classes, I stopped focusing on my center and I started focusing on their center. I stopped doing like partnering activities and I did more pairing activities. Then it became very overwhelming, and I think because it became very overwhelming at that point, and I had all this gain stored in all the muscles. Like it was really like if I show you a picture, I was like, but then when I finally allowed a woman to enter my royal place, like everything was soft. I was so soft. Everything was wow. I could make out with everyone, no matter how, when. Poof. I became a good dancer. And I've realized something, that we all need the power of the erotic to become what we really, really are, no matter if we are fit or we are not fit.